Well, it's here. Let's do the unboxing together. Holy cow. Got the big packing staples in it. So when you get the package, you're going to have one sluice box. I believe that's 8 inches. You're going to have 2 short rods. These will go on the downstream end of the sluice. 2 longer rods. The header box. So the header box, you notice you got these 2 screws. Header box goes right in here and provides a little gap here. So you shovel your black sands onto this, and like I say, that's going to create that vortex. You're also going to get this little rubber snubber, and that goes around the bottom of the sluice, connects to these little holes, keeps that in place. You also get 2 plastic fittings. Don't throw these away. These are very, very important. So if you just run your 1100 gallon pump, you're going to get 1100 gallons per minute roughly to this point. If you use this, you're going to plug that right in there, you're going to get about 800. And if you neck it down even more, you're going to be down to 500. And that's the 3-step progression that allows it to take all the black sand away and just leave your gold. So when you're cleaning up, this is really a time saver. It's very beneficial. Really a good piece of equipment. They're a little pricey, but like I say, you can use this in the field. It's very lightweight. The whole package was 31 pounds, but I also got 3 mats to go with it for some mother load that I was going to build for my high banker. So I'm thinking this is like 18 pounds with 1 mat, is what I remember them saying on the video. You're also going to get some bolts. These go right in here for the legs. Pretty simple stuff. They just screw right in. Not a big deal. Like I say, the short ones go down on this end, and then the longer ones will go there. I did order the bilge pump kit. I do have an 1100 pump, but I figured what the heck, this has exactly the right amount of hose with it. It comes with 5 feet. They figure that's the best amount of hose or length of hose to make this really efficient. So yeah, pretty nice piece of equipment. I think it's only like 90 out. Maybe we should go break it in. I know mats always work a lot better after they've been run a bunch of times, but the only way to get that process started is to start. So maybe we'll take her down to the river yet this evening. Back in a bit. Well, welcome to the Prospector Paul channel. She's 90 degrees out. The river is absolutely full of deer flies. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I've classified 2 buckets of pay dirt from along that shore up in there. I got the Gold Hog Multi Sluice set up. I just set it so that it's at 11 degrees. I used my phone app that I have, and it's actually 10.7. It's all set up. I'm going to get the pump in the water, get the hose hooked up, get the water running through it, bring these buckets over here, and start feeding the sluice, and we'll see how it goes. Well, she's running. Put a couple loads in there. You can see the material exchanging. This is all classified down to a 1/4 inch. See how that water roils back on itself? And make sure the gold can't float. And then when you got this size gold that we got here, you know, it's pretty small. It will float, so lots of good exchanging going on. Very cool little sluice. Imagine all the gold when it cleans up will be up in there. But I gotta run those 2 buckets. I got the one here. Still got that one there. That one's gonna be heavy, only because it's farther away. All right, I'm gonna run some more of this through there and we'll clean up in a little bit, see what it looks like. It is actually turning out to be a beautiful evening. But boy, these deer flies are terrible today. Back in a little bit. All right, 1 bucket down. That only took about 5-10 minutes, which is way faster than I could have panned it. So yeah, this little bugger is all right. As you can see, 5 gallons of material, and there really isn't anything for concentrates. You know, to pan that down, that'll be nothing. So I think I'm going to run the other bucket, and then I'll pan it down. I'll do a quick clean out, pan it down, and we'll take it from there. See how I did. Like I said, I was working up along that bank. I've worked it many times before. I know there's some fine gold in there, but every now and then you come across a decent piece. There's some bigger rocks out here that usually can't do much with, because usually the river's rolling through here so fast it blows everything off my shovel. But that's not the problem today. The other interesting thing, kicking up a little bit of a mud trail. It's probably hard to see in the shadows, but there are just trillions of minnows around here. So for those of you who think this is hurting the environment, it's not. It's stirring up food for the minnows, right? And then they are part of the food chain, which, you know, just keeps on going. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna run this other bucket about 10 more minutes, and we'll be done with that. Quite a tailings pile so far. Deer flies are down to just 1,000 instead of the hundreds of thousands now, so getting better. All right, got the last of the buckets. So 10 gallons material run through there, and of course I don't see any gold right off the top. Really didn't think I would. Let this run a couple minutes, clear it out a little more, and we'll check it out, see what we can see. Before I forget, Nathaniel, if you're watching, that shovel's been sitting there waiting for you for 2 weeks. Where you at, bud? Thought you were coming out to give me a hand. All right, maybe next time. All right, so we're gonna cut the power, and then we're gonna pull this header box. Wow, there is just a ton of deer flies in here. All right, looking for gold, and of course I'm not seeing any. That might be bad. So one of the things I tell you to do, we're going to take and roll this multi sluice just a little bit, and we're going to let the water roll to the one side. That way we're not disturbing the gold. Just letting it peter right out. This is called concreting your mats. Oh, the flies are just incredible here right now. Oy. So yeah, that's why it's called concreting your mats. You can see it just looks like concrete. Yeah, I really don't see any gold, but we'll put it in a pan and see what that says. There is definitely a lot of black sand in there, so I'm sure we got some. All right, back in a bit. All right, so I let the mat concrete up. Take out the wing nut at the top and the bolt. And of course you got to put that somewhere, otherwise you're going to lose it. And we'll put it in that tray. Then you want to take your mat and just kind of lift it up at an angle. That's why I got all the water off of it. Otherwise, all my material would have rolled out. So there. Now I can roll this right up. Nice. Put it in the bucket. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn the camera. Now you got to take and reverse roll this so that you open the fingers up. So the fingers will go like that, and that will release all the fine gold. Got one. That's about 6 out of 600,000 of them flies. Now, I'm going to reverse roll it from the other end so that the end that I had rolled up that was small will now be bigger. Those fingers will be out. And I'll tell you what, that's pretty clean. That looks fantastic. All right, get that back in here. Get this pan out. That's amazing. 2 5-gallon buckets, and there is less than a cup, maybe a cup of material in there. So that's going to make this real easy to pan. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's hardly a pan there. All right, I'll pan this back. We'll see what we got out of 10 gallons of pay dirt through the multi-sluice. Unbelievable. 10 gallons, nothing huge, but a lot of specks. I mean, a lot. There's 35 pieces of gold in there. Easy. There's one floating. There's another 50 that got by me. Almost impossible to pan out here with all the bugs. But yeah, that sluice, almost all that gold is minus 100 mesh. So yeah, it takes a ton of that to add up to something. Well, a ton would get you a ton, right? But it takes a lot of pieces to add up. The fact is, that sluice caught it. It caught that fine of gold. That is simply amazing. Very high marks on the Gold Hog multi sluice. 11 degrees. I was running my 2,000 gallon pump, so 2,000 gallons per hour. On the valve, I would say I had it necked off to about 3/4. So, you know, that's running around 1250, 1300, somewhere in there, which is about where the 1100 pump would have got me. Unbelievable. That is really, really cool. That is just a pile of gold. And like I say, a bunch got by me. So I could take that material. I'm going to take that material. Excuse me. Take that material, change the mat out to the scrubber mat. I could reduce that down to about 2 teaspoons. Maybe I'll do that back when I get back home there. Reduce it down to 2 teaspoons, pan that out where there isn't 10,000 freaking deer flies buzzing around my head and my arms. And wow. And we'll see how much gold it really is. So I'm going to pack this stuff up and get back home.